Hey guys, I'm back with a part 2 review for the newest Hallmark movie, Sweeter Than Chocolate, which is the first installment in LOVEUARY. Yes, we're in a love month. So once again, Eloise plays Lucy Sweets. She's part owner of the shop, How Sweet It Is. Her mother, Helen, who I'll talk about Helen a little bit later, also co-owns the shop. Lucy inherited this shop from her grandparents. And in this shop, they make a lot of delicious chocolates, but their famous chocolate that they usually don't advertise, but it now becomes famous, are the Cupids. So they're little balls, and Lucy's grandfather used to only give it out to close family and friends that were open to love. In this storyline for Sweeter Than Chocolate, we see that Lucy's friend gets engaged because of these Cupid chocolates, and she posts on her social media that these Cupids will help you find your true love, that this is the legend. Originally, the legend was just kept to close family members and friends, so Lucy's a little mortified. At the same time, when this post goes out, the local news learns about it. And Dan plays Dean Chase, who is usually an expose reporter, who is now up for an anchor position. But in order to get that anchor position, he's got to do more than exposés. He's actually got to show his soft and loving side. So his news director gave him this story so that he could go to How Sweet It Is and actually interview Lucy about these famous Cupids. Now, come to find out, Lucy does believe in the legend, but she's never eaten one of the Cupids. And the main reason is, in order to eat a Cupid, you have to be open to love. So her grandfather used to actually give it out to close family members and friends that were open to love. That was the key. So now it's being given out to anybody that will come and buy it. But does it still work? Does the legend still work? And this movie leads us to believe that it still does work. We watch Dean and Lucy fall for each other. As Dean is skeptical about the Cupids, he realizes Lucy's never had it. Lucy's never had it because she watched her mom lose her dad, who was the love of her mom's life, and she just never wants to go through all that grief and lose herself and all that grief if she loses the love of her life. It makes sense. A lot of us in reality are super scared about falling in deep and true and unconditional love. So this movie, I could definitely connect with it. Once again, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Stay tuned for the next TikTok.